Today, I'm going to explain a unique mystery fantasy drama where the main character, a girl named Sin, sees strange red lines on people's heads. These lines connect to anyone they've had a physical relationship with. The more lines someone has, the more people they've been with. In the beginning, we see Sin inside her house. It looks like she hasn't stepped outside in a long time. Her windows are covered, and she lives all alone. Through a small opening, she watches a girl outside named Seonei, who lives nearby. Seonei's uncle Jayuke, a police officer, offers to drop her at school, but she says no. Sin notices that Seonei has one red line on her head, but her uncle Jayuke has many red lines, showing he's had a lot of physical relationships. Then, Sin sees a girl in the building opposite, Hui-won, who smiles at her from the window. She also has many red lines. Hui-won sees Sin looking and quickly closes her window. Even on the TV, Sin can see these red lines on people's heads. We see a flashback when Sin was a little girl. She saw red lines on her dad's head, connecting him to her aunt. Her mom found a drawing Sin made that showed the red line from her dad to her aunt. Her mom understood the meaning, and in a fit of anger, she stabbed Sin's dad to death. Sin saw everything. That's when Sin realized these red lines are dangerous. People could die because of what she sees. So she stopped talking. She shut herself off from the world. She even tried to end her life by jumping, cutting herself or hanging, but each time, her body healed, she couldn't die. Now she lives alone and wonders, why do I see these lines? Did someone make them? Can someone else see them too? How can I stop this? One day, Hui-won rang Sin's doorbell. Sin looks through the peephole and sees Hui-won standing outside with some fruits. Hui-won says, "Hi, I just moved into the building across from you. I was going to bring rice cakes, but people don't really eat those anymore, so I brought you some fruits instead." Sin doesn't reply or open the door. Hui-won smiles and says, "I'll just leave them here then." She places the fruits down and leaves. After a while, Sin opens the door, takes the fruits inside and eats them, like she hadn't eaten in days. At school, Seonei is bullied by a girl named Hayoung, who beats her on the rooftop with her group. She demands money and threatens her, saying, "If you tell your uncle again, I'll throw you off the roof." Meanwhile, Jayuke and his partner, Detective Dong-sik, investigate a murder. A girl was found dead in her apartment. Nothing was stolen, no assault. It looks like a psychopath did it. A delivery man wearing a helmet was seen on CCTV the night she died. Sin sees the news and notices something strange. The man in the helmet has a fake red line on his head, something very rare. Later, she hears a motorbike outside. She looks through her window and sees the same helmet guy entering Hui-won's building. She tries to call the police, but her phone battery is dead. After charging, she sees the man enter Hui-won's apartment. She calls the station, but then realizes it's just Hui-won's boyfriend. The next day at school, Ha-young breaks into Seonei's locker and finds love letters, maybe written to a teacher or a classmate. She laughs and reads them out loud. Later, Seonei asks her uncle Jayuke for money. He gives her some and asks what's going on. She doesn't answer and walks away angrily. Then, Jayuke gets a call from Dong-sik. "Last night, a girl from building 303B in your area called about a helmet guy. Can you check it out?" Jayuke realizes that's the same building where Sin lives. He goes to her apartment and rings the bell, saying he's from the police. Sin looks at him through the peephole and sees countless red lines on his head. She gets scared. A neighbor passes by and says, she never opens the door. Someone else even throws out her trash. Still, Sin opens the door just a little and nervously says, "It was a mistake. The man with the helmet is just her boyfriend." Jayuke tells her she should be in school. Sin quickly closes the door. He walks away saying, "Kids these days are so rude. Something isn't right." That night, the helmet guy returns to the building. As he walks past Sin's door, he stops and stares directly into the peephole. Sin watches in fear. Elsewhere, Seonei gets a threatening text from Hayoung. "Bring the money to school tomorrow. Don't say anything." Desperate for cash, Seonei follows a woman who just used an ATM, planning to steal her bag. But when some people walk by, she gives up and walks away. Later, Dong-sik tells Jayuke they found the murder victim's ex-boyfriend. His name is Jeongmin, and he's a teacher at the same school Seonei goes to. Even more shocking, he lives in Building B, the same place where the helmet guy was seen. Jayuke looks at the photo of the suspect and is shocked. It's the same man he saw that morning outside Sin's apartment. Just then, he gets a call and has to leave quickly. On the way, he tries calling his dad, but there's no answer, Jae reaches the hospital, where the nurse tells him his father has gone missing. They've searched everywhere. Jae rushes to the rooftop and finds his father standing near the edge. Luckily, the nurses arrive in time and save him. Meanwhile, Dong-sik reaches Jeongmin's apartment. The door is open. Inside, he finds a room with strange red paint all over the walls. It looks creepy. Dong-sik calls Jae to say something feels wrong. But before he can finish, Jeongmin suddenly appears next to him. He attacks Dong-sik, beats him unconscious, and cuts the call. Jae tries to call Dong-sik again, but there's no signal. Now Jeongmin, wearing a helmet, says to himself, "Only one left now." He leaves his apartment. From her window, Sin sees him. She notices he only has one red line, which means he had only one recent physical connection. She gets scared. Her phone is off again. She picks up a knife and gathers the courage to finally step outside. But she's weak and struggles to walk. As she reaches the bottom of the stairs, she sees Jeongmin right in front of her and faints. While unconscious, she sees a vision of her mother's bloody hands. She reaches out, then faints again. At the same time, Hui-won hears someone at the door and thinks it's her boyfriend. But when Jeongmin removes his helmet, she recognizes him, and we see they were connected by a red line, meaning they had a past relationship. She asks, "Why are you here?" Jeongmin, who can also see red lines, suddenly grabs her neck and tries to choke her. Sin appears just in time and tells him to stop. He laughs and says, "What are you going to do? Stab me?" She's shaking but holds up the knife. Jeongmin easily grabs the knife from her and stabs her instead. Then he turns back to kill Hui-won again, but she pushes him and his glasses fly off. She rushes to help Sin, while Jeongmin panics and crawls around looking for his glasses. He can't see clearly without them. Jae arrives. At the same time, Jae arrives and sees Sin's black glasses on the ground. He enters her apartment and notices strange things inside. Then he hears screams from across the hall. He sees Jeongmin attacking Hui-won. Just before Jeongmin can kill her, Sin stabs him in the leg. Jeongmin pulls the knife out and tries to stab Sin again, but Jae fires his gun, shooting Jeongmin and saving them both. As Jeongmin lies dying, he mutters, "The red lines, they're disappearing." Sin hears him clearly. The police arrive, and Sin is treated for her wounds. Later, Jae returns her glasses, and Sin starts to wonder, could he see the red lines too? She remembers when he wore the glasses. He acted like he could see them. She stares at the glasses and thinks deeply. The police leave. Jae quietly comes over to check on her. After everything, Sin asks Jae who the man that died really was. Jae replies, "I'll tell you later." Just then, Seon-ae arrives. She looks at Sin and asks, "Why are you wearing sunglasses at night?" Jae asks if they know each other, but both girls stay silent. Later in her room, Seon-ae speaks coldly to her uncle. "If you didn't come to give me money, then leave." Jae sits down and gently asks her what happened at school. "You can talk to me." But Seon-ae snaps, "What's the point? Nothing ever changes." When Jae says some problems can be solved, she gets angry and says, "Will you help me this time, or disappear like before? You never cared about me." Jae is hurt by her words and quietly leaves the room. As he walks out, he asks Sin again, "Do you know her?" Sin explains they were classmates in middle school. Then she adds, "Her mom killed her dad and ran away." Later, Sin sits alone on the rooftop. Thinking, she remembers when Seon-ae thanked her for saving her life. That's when Sin realizes something. Maybe, seeing these red lines isn't just a curse. It can be used to save people too. She takes off her glasses and sees red lines everywhere. At that moment, she gets a strange text message from an unknown number. "I can see the world you are seeing. Come to Banju High School." Sin stares at the message in shock. Watch the next episode 3 on my channel.